Level 1. Gateway substances. 90% of adults use caffeine every day. It's in your coffee, tea, soda, chocolate. Your brain produces adenosine to make you tired. Caffeine blocks it, keeping you awake. But your brain adapts and grows more receptors. Soon you need caffeine just to feel normal. That's dependence. The World Health Organization officially recognized caffeine addiction as a clinical disorder in 2012. Weekend drinking is the same trap. Between ages 20 and 39, 1 in 4 deaths is caused by alcohol. 283 million people worldwide have an alcohol use disorder. Most don't see themselves as addicts. They just need their morning coffee and their Friday night drinks. These are gateway substances. Socially acceptable, legally available, chemically addictive. Your brain doesn't care if it's legal. It just adapts and demands more. Level 2. Recreational Experimentation. You try it at a party, just once. Everyone else is doing it. It feels good, so you do it again next weekend. You tell yourself you're in control. You only do it socially, only on weekends, only when you're out with friends. 32% of first-time nicotine users become dependent, not after months. After 1 or 2 cigarettes. Your brain remembers the dopamine hit and starts craving it, but you don't see it yet. You're not like those addicts. You can stop anytime, except you don't stop. You just keep finding reasons to do it again. The party becomes the excuse. The weekend becomes the routine. You're still functioning. You still have your job, your relationships, your life. So it doesn't feel like a problem. But your brain is already changing, already adapting, already building the foundation for what comes next. Level 3. Habit formation. It's not just weekends anymore. You do it to relax after work, to deal with stress, to celebrate good news or cope with bad news. The pattern develops and your brain starts to expect it. Between 21 and 29% of people prescribed opioids for chronic pain will misuse them. The line between medical use and dependence is thinner than you think. You're not getting high anymore. You're just maintaining. The drug becomes part of your routine like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. You plan your day around it. You get anxious if you think you might not have access to it. But you still tell yourself you're fine. You're functioning. You go to work. You pay your bills. Nobody knows. And because it's routine, it feels normal. Your brain has rewired itself to expect the chemical boost. What started as a choice has become a habit you don't even question anymore. Level 4. Tolerance building. You need more to feel the same. The dose that used to work doesn't work anymore. Your brain has adapted by growing more receptors. 40% of people who take benzodiazepines for longer than 6 weeks become addicted. For sleep effects, tolerance develops in just 3 to 14 days. Your body is adjusting to the presence of the drug. What gave you a high now just makes you feel normal. So you increase the dose, then you increase it again. The gaps between uses get shorter. The amounts get larger. You tell yourself you can handle it. You've done this much before and been fine. But tolerance is a trap. It means your body needs the drug just to function the way it used to without it. You're not chasing a high anymore. You're chasing normal, and normal keeps moving further away. Every increase brings you closer to dependence and further from control. Level 5. Psychological dependence. You can't have fun without it. You can't relax without it. You can't socialize, sleep, work, or think clearly without it. A Harvard study found that social media activates the same reward centers as addictive drugs. Your brain has been rewired. Activities that used to bring you joy now feel empty and pointless unless the drug is involved. You're not physically sick without it yet, but mentally, you're trapped. You think about it constantly. When you'll use next. Where you'll get it. How much you have left. 70% of smokers say they want to quit. But wanting to quit and being able to quit are completely different. Your brain has learned that the drug equals pleasure, relief, normalcy. Without it, everything feels dull, flat, meaningless. You're not using to feel good anymore. You're using because not using feels unbearable. That's psychological dependence. Your mind is chained to the substance even when your body isn't yet. Level 6. Physical dependence. Your body needs the drug just to function. Miss a dose and withdrawal begins. Caffeine withdrawal hits within 12 hours. Headaches, fatigue, irritability, nausea. It lasts up to 9 days. Alcohol withdrawal can kill you. Seizures, hallucinations, heart failure. It's called delirium tremens. Nicotine withdrawal feels like dying. Anxiety, irritability, insomnia, depression. Your brain screams for the substance. Regular heroin use leads to addiction in 2 to 3 weeks. Your body needs the drug every 6 to 12 hours just to avoid withdrawal. Users describe it as the worst flu of your life multiplied by 10. You're not using to get high. you're using to avoid getting sick. Physical dependence means your body has chemically adapted to the presence of the drug. Without it, your system goes into chaos. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't function. So you keep using, not because you want to, because stopping feels impossible. Level 7. Loss of control. You want to stop. You try to stop. You promise yourself, your family, your friends, that you'll quit, and you mean it, but you can't. 40% of smokers try to quit every year. Only 3% succeed. 80% of heroin users started with prescription pills. They didn't plan this. Nobody plans this. You've tried cutting back. You've tried quitting cold turkey. You've made deals with yourself. Just one more time. Just this weekend. Just until things calm down. But the promises break. The limits disappear. You've lost control and you know it. 15% of cocaine users become addicted within 10 years. Once the brain rewires itself around the drug, willpower isn't enough. You're fighting against your own chemistry. Every failed attempt makes you feel weaker, more hopeless. Like you're broken. You're not broken. You're dependent. And dependence doesn't care how badly you want to stop. Level 8. Consequence. Escalation. You've lost your job. Your relationships are destroyed. Your health is failing. And you still can't stop. In 2020, prescription opioids killed 16,500 Americans. Benzodiazepines killed another 12,300. Elvis Presley, Prince, Michael Jackson all died from prescription medications. The consequences are piling up. Legal problems, financial ruin, homelessness. Your family has given up on you. Your friends are gone. You're isolated, sick, and desperate. 96% of gambling addicts have another psychiatric disorder. Depression, anxiety, substance abuse. The drug was supposed to fix your problems. Now it is your problem, your only problem. But even knowing this, even seeing your life fall apart, you can't stop. The drug has taken everything. Your money, your home, your dignity. And it's still not enough to make you quit, because at this level, the addiction is stronger than the consequences. You'll lose everything before you'll lose the drug. Level 9, rock bottom. You'll do anything for the next hit. Steal from family. Sell everything you own. Commit crimes you never imagined. 75% of heroin users have a co-occurring mental health condition. They weren't chasing euphoria. They were escaping pain. Now the pain is all that's left. You're homeless or close to it. Your body is breaking down. You don't recognize yourself anymore. In laboratory experiments, animals given a choice between cocaine and food chose cocaine until they starved to death. That's where you are. Survival mode. Nothing matters except the drug. Not your health. Not your safety. Not the people you used to love. Rock bottom looks different for everyone, but it feels the same. Empty. Desperate. Trapped. Hopeless. Alone. You're not living. You're just existing between doses. And part of you knows this is it. Either you stop or you die. But stopping still feels impossible. Level 10. Fatal Overdose. In 2021, over 70,000 people died from synthetic opioids, primarily fentanyl. That's more than 150 people every day. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can stop your breathing forever. The weight of a few grains of salt. 42% of tested counterfeit pills contain a lethal dose. You don't choose fentanyl. Dealers mix it into heroin, cocaine, meth, even press it into fake Xanax and Adderall. You think you're taking what you always take. But this time, it's different. Your chest muscles paralyze before you lose consciousness. There's no time to call for help. In 2021, almost 33,000 people died from methamphetamine. Between 2011 and 2016, meth overdose deaths tripled. 8 million people die every year from tobacco. Half of all smokers will die from smoking-related diseases. This is the final level, the one you don't come back from, the end of the line. Addiction doesn't always end here, but when it does, it's permanent.